Hello everybody, this is segment 1 of part 4 of the Anglia street rod build by Lou Buitrago. And it is March 21st today, so it's about exactly 1 year from the beginning of part 1 with the marks on the concrete floor for the front axle. So, what's happening? Well, not a lot on the car per se. If you recall, there was an interference fit between this part and the manifold because the aluminum head seems to be not as wide sticking out. So what Lou did was he turned around and made a 1/2 inch spacer to move this guy out, which now pretty much got the belts in alignment for all the pulleys that are involved. While we were looking at that, I got interested in this particular adapter plate because I thought I might have to get it, or might like to get it and put it on my own 32 Ford, because everything there was built many years ago as a hand fabricated stuff, and it's a little, I don't know, it works, but I thought I would like to get one. So after researching, we found out that this bracket here, this alternator bracket, that particular one is designed only by Speedway. They're out of stock on the item. They have a price of $119 on it, but in checking on it, they want $16.79 to ship it, and $9 plus change for tax, which comes out to almost $150. So in the course of researching who made that one, I did some checking around on what else was available, and I may be getting another one that's different. Okay, this is pretty much the way the engine was the last time I left off, except Lou has closed up some of the points and added a temperature gauge directly on the manifold. So, what's happening elsewise is that he's finished the homemade design and fabricated sheet roller, which, as you can see, is a lot more together than the last time we filmed it. Works quite well. I won't go into all the little minutia detail, but you can see how he's got it so that you can move it up and down, and he decided to put a larger diameter roller on here. And proof is in the pudding, as they say. It works. This is the first piece of sheet metal that was rolled through it to get a roll, and you can see it's curved. In addition to that, we previously reported that we had got a bead roller. So as you can see here, that was tested, put a bead into the curve point, and that works well. The rest of the thing on sheet metal is that Lou has purchased a plasma cutter, which can run on 220 or 115, and on 220 the thing will cut up to a 1/2 inch steel, which is pretty good for a small unit like that was reasonably priced. What else on Amazon? This is a piece of sheet metal that was a quick test to make sure the plasma cutter worked. And that's, of course, hand-drawn, so it's not a straight line. So that gets us ready for that. What else? Lou's been
just playing around
with
cardboard
rubber pieces to see how it's going to go. And again, hate to say this, but the dreaded body is still sitting under many feet of snow in Los Angeles, up in the San Bernardino Mountains. So we're pretty much at a dead stop. And Lou, you did something else with this?
Yeah, just I changed this around here because there's going to be an outer piece of metal here. If I ever have to take this out, there's no way the bolt will be able to slide out. So what I did, I just made a shaft in here and then tapped it on both ends, and then put Allens on each side, and you take the Allens off and that'll come right out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you won't be fighting that.
All right, so Of course, yeah, that was finished, and he also made a stand for it. So we're pretty much at almost a dead still at this point.
Yeah, it's total dead right now.
Yeah. So anyway,
For the body and the weather in California is screwing everything up. The shipper, I talked with him, and he can't even get up that way. And then I just got a text this morning from the manufacturer of the body, and his shop and everything's up in the foothills, and they're up there sandbagging now. They're fighting the mud, so let's hope the body don't get buried. You never know what's going to happen. It's really been crazy out there. They've just, they never had this kind of weather there, but all of a sudden, this last 2 months, it's really been bad.
Yeah, I talked to my brother this morning in San Francisco, and he said it's pouring rain again.
Yeah.
So there's more on the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's it for this segment, short one. Not a lot to report. Hopefully the next segment will have more action. Thank you for watching. Take care, everybody. Bye. Hello out there. It's April the 12th, 2023. This is the Anglia Street Rod project by Lou Buitrago, and this is part 4, segment 2, and we have a body finally. This came in last night at 11 o'clock, and there it is, the fiberglass body, the doors, the hood. The front end is made out of one piece, as you can see here. And we're ready to go to town finally after a long wait. Lou, let's see, you made some dimensions and stuff?
Yeah, our dimensions that we had and that we were taken are pretty damn close. The template that I made, I kind of just stuck it underneath there, and yeah, we weren't too far off.
Good, that's good. That's good. So what's next?
Well, the next thing will be to set the body on top of the frame. What I did, I took some 2x2s and put it across the frame, so just go ahead and set the body on there, and then we'll go from there. Then we'll start figuring things out.
Okay, and obviously this is the dash.
Yeah.
But what? We don't have a firewall yet, right?
No, firewall's coming, and also the window jams are coming.
Garnish stuff.
There's a trunklet.
There's the
or
trunklet.
The bonnet. That's crazy limeys.
So, God, finally, it's been months in the coming, but it's here, and we've caught up on a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna stop this at this point. This is a couple of minutes, and we'll get back with you. Take care, everybody. Bye. Welcome back. It's April 15th, 2023. This is part 4, segment 3 of the Anglia Street Rod project by Lou Buitrago and me, his helper, Bob. Anyway, there's the body. Since we recorded last, Lou has been experimenting, setting it on the frame at various points, and one of the first things that we found was that these rear fenders, the fiberglass ones that came with the body, actually have been opened up a bit to be for a gasser.
Yeah.
Big tires, big slicks, which we're not doing. So no problem. The cowboy guy back in California will send us a set of regular stock street tires, and we'll return these to him. But in the meantime, looking around, Lou, you want to take it over and talk about what we're doing here with the...
Yeah, now is trying to figure out how the height of the body to the frame. And as far as I can tell, of all the pictures I've seen, the floor here is leveled with the top of the frame. So in earlier segments, we've talked about using this piece here to go inside here like a gate.
Let me get around the other side. I think that's sure.
Okay, this piece here would go be mounted something like that,
Okay.
and then the body would sit on top of here. But the only thing what's going to happen by doing that is this here will show a little bit.
Underneath the body outside, right?
Yeah, from looking at the outside of the body, this will be level with this, but the edge of this body is only around 2 inches.
Yeah.
So, which means that this is a 1x3, so this will show a little bit.
So we could probably do a 1x2 maybe?
Maybe we can go 1x2, see what that would look like. And then we was talking about putting a plywood floor in before, but now seeing things, if we could probably just go with a complete steel floor. Make, all one piece, start out with, and get it hooked to the body, and then cut the center out for the transmission and all that good stuff to fit through there. But at least we'd have the all one piece to work with, and then also put some ribs.
So
in the floor.
the steel
Lift it up.
the steel floor then would actually
Be this high. This
come
level.
out and cover the top of this.
No, it'd be underneath that.
Oh yeah, the steel floor would be underneath this.
Right.
Right, and then you can attach this directly to the
Yeah,
outrigger
right.
pieces. Yeah, that sounds like it would be a stronger setup.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, there's a lot going to be happening here with this, getting this body mounted right. And then, of course, I still don't have the firewall. That's coming. And then, according to what we've been measuring prior to this, we're pretty close on our markings.
yeah,
So we're maybe about an inch off compared to how our markings were. So,
yeah, and the door opening is about where we thought it might be
yeah, pretty close to it.
with
Yeah,
these pieces.
yeah,
So yeah, looking good.
yeah. So that's
Looking good.
yeah. It's gonna be something. That's for sure. Then trying to figure out how the firewall's gonna fit in here.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. We got a lot of work cut out to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's the tubs. But yeah. Well, at least we got the stuff.
Yeah, got the body, and yeah, still gonna need trying to find the hinges that we're gonna be needing.
Oh yeah.
That's which is going that's.
Well, we got a little bit of an ace in a hole. I don't know if I told you or not, but the Hiropitu Smash Palace that undoubtedly has some of those parts that we talked to, or you talked to a while back, is on I guess it's the North Island of New Zealand. My grandson-in-law actually has a friend who lives on the west side, and we may be able to enlist his help in driving over to the Smash Palace and making sure we get the parts. We'll see. That's a ways ahead yet. But anyway, yeah. So it looks like we got the width of the axle all right, though, huh?
Oh yeah, the axle came out pretty good.
Good. It's going to be under there, not sticking out. Did he ever tell us what year this body was?
No.
No? Yeah, I noticed he's got where the wind drips were, but he's got that filled in. And the vents, the cowl vents are in, but they're not open. But anyway, that's it. Okay, so I guess I'll end this segment. And see y'all later. Take care. Bye. Hello there. April 18th, 2023. This is Lou Buitrago's Anglia Street Rod Project, Part 4, Segment 4. And there's the Master Lou.
Hey, hey.
Okay, Lou. Looks like you added some more to the frame here.
Yeah, added the piece for the body to lay on.
Okay.
And then right now it's just tacked in. So what we need to do next is
set the body on and see what it looks
set
like.
the body on. What I did, my template, I worked on that a little bit. Kind of narrowed it down a little compared to how it was. So that's going to be how the floor is going to be laid out.
So we haven't got any sheet metal yet, though, right?
No, I'm going to go ahead and make it out of metal.
Okay. Yeah, that seems logical. And it'll be how much gauge? What? 18?
I'm going to think maybe make it out of 16 gauge.
16 gauge. Yeah, a little more.
Yeah, just a skosh
meat
more.
there. Yeah.
Especially on the floor.
Yeah.
And then all the rest of the stuff make it out of 18, which is easier to work with.
Yeah.
But at least for the floor pan, make it out of 16.
And the material on the side, you ended up using something different, looks like, right?
Yeah, here was going to use the 3x1 on the sides. So I decided to go ahead and use, this is 2 by 1.5. Because using a 3-inch piece, when you put the body on, you would actually see the bottom of the steel.
Okay.
The way the lip of the body is.
Stick out. It would stick out on.
Yeah, it would hang below it. So now, being the 1.5 inch wide, you won't see the steel.
Okay.
So I think
all right. So you want to put the body on?
Yeah. This.
All right. Let me pause here, and we'll put the body on. Okay, we're back. Having put the body on top of the frame. So, as you can see, the body is resting on the wings, if you will, of the frame that were added. I'm going to go over the other side, take a look. Now, it's been propped up to make the door jamb pieces basically rest on top of the frame extension. That's on the high side, but there's two things that's going to happen over here. One is, this is a fender cutout for a gasser and a big old slick. The other fenders are coming, which will be less of a radius. It will fill up that gap more. And then, if you look at the rear end, we have another hole there that we can actually lower the frame some more to get less of a gap on the wheel. Oh.
Yeah, I'll just take this big honky out of here.
All right. Hang on.
Okay.
Okay. So, body resting on the frame. Okay. So, Lou, we're still waiting on the replacement rear fenders, and we're also waiting on the firewall, right?
Right.
So, there's a lot that has to be determined once we get that. Not the least of which is how exactly the brake master cylinder is going to be attached here and be in the right position and come up through the floor. So you're saying that we're going to have a one-piece sheet metal floor, and you're thinking a little thicker?
Yeah, go with a piece of 16 gauge. I'll get a piece and then a solid piece and get it trimmed so it'll go in here just like the template did.
Oh.
And then I'll cut the hole for the motor to go through. And then the bolt, bolt it all, I'll glue it and then get it all fastened to the body and then bolt it all down to the frame.
Okay. So the flat piece is going to be 16 gauge now, right?
Yeah.
And then the curved part to go over the transmission hump and stuff.
Make it out of 18.
Out of
It'd
18.
be easier to work with.
And then the up step.
All that, everything in the back will be all out of 18.
Yeah.
This year, this will be 16, just this one piece.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, I think at that point, that's a pretty good ending to conclude this segment. And we'll see everybody later on. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Lou Buitrago Anglia Street Rod Project, Part 4, Segment 5. The date is April 20th, 2023. And since the last time, a couple of days ago, the previous segment, we've put the phony small block Chevy and the Turbo Hydro 350 housing back in to get a feeling to see how it fit to the template for the floorboards and so on. And as you can see, we've got a cardboard template tied in there to kind of get a feel for how this is going to go back together. And Lou has talked to the source for the fiberglass on the West Coast in LA, the cowboy guy, and he sent pictures to Lou of the firewall so we could get kind of a upfront heads on of how that's going to fit over there and what we might have to do to make that fit. So what else? What are we doing, Lou? Well, we're messing with the relationship of the body to the frame. And what we were just talking about and noticed was that even though the door jambs are sitting basically atop the frame, we'll call that the main level point, we noticed that the body back here seems to be considerably higher. So we're not sure what to do. One of the other things that Lou did was he did drop the frame closer to the floor by putting the bottom coilover shocks to the lowest setting, which dropped the frame about an inch overall. What else, Lou, we got going?
Well, it's just that's the thing, is trying to figure out how this floor and everything going to hook together. The brackets that I made that are welded on here on the side, which you see was in the other video, I was thinking maybe turning those around and it would drop this here piece a little bit lower than the floor, than the top of the rails, which the floor would go right now. If this was the metal floor, it'd be tucked underneath here. But if I drop this down the skoshi, then the floor should hit right on top of this or right here. So I don't know if it's
yeah.
That's what's the way to go get it. We need to really need to see an actual car. You can crawl underneath it and check out how the alignment of the floor is.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that we have a rod run this weekend.
Right.
And hoping that the one Anglia will be there. And if he's there, then hope he'll let us kind of poke around on it. If not, then I'll probably have to do is maybe go see Clayton.
Right.
Cool, and check his out again, and because now we know what we're looking for more. And get dimensions off of his car, which is all original.
Well, it's always cool to see, Clayton. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's what it's going to look like, something like that. And I decided to make the floor out of 16 gauge, and then everything else will be 18. It'll be easier to work with 18.
Yeah.
But 16 gauge would be a little stiffer floor. So that's and looking at some other cars, the edge of here is pretty much to where everything is sitting. Another gasser picture, that red one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looking at the exhaust, and it's right there, Bob.
Oh yeah, the
pipes.
Yeah, the YouTube video on the gasser, the old gasser.
Yeah.
Yeah, which has a lot of good pictures in it, exposing the inside and the frame, and it's a stock body frame too, which is some of the information that we've been looking to get at. So we got the body, but now again we're in a little bit of a hole because we don't have all of the parts and pieces. But we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there for sure, and then trying to figure out how going to do everything. And what's kind of bad is when they made the body, they didn't really make all the
the inside fender well.
The inside of the fender well. So this is that fender well, and that's a cardboard one that if Bob wants to try to get a shot at, you can get a good shot from this side. That's kind of half-assed. What one of the fender wells might have to be look like, something like that.
Well,
and then sheet metal off of here.
Sheet metal and bolt to
there.
Bolt to the fender bolts, and then come down with the sheet metal and then weld it into welded into the tubs when they get made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be something.
Well, we never said it would be easy, right?
Yeah,
a little bit of work, but hey, that's the fun of it. It's a project, and we're working on it.
Yeah.
And it's better than sitting on the front porch in a rocking chair.
That's for sure.
There's the nose. Okay, Lou, I think what I'm going to do is cut this to the end and append it on to the other segments, and then I think I'll publish the part 4. There may be a few people that are waiting to see where we are and that we finally got the body. All right, with that, sayonara, everybody. Catch you next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.